Hello everyone! Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about Guyabano plants, Sourceup also called graviola, Guyabano, and in Latin America guanabana is the fruit of Annona muricata, a broadleaf, flowering, evergreen tree. It is native to the tropical regions of the Americas and the Caribbean and is widely propagated. It is in the same genus, Annona, as cherimoya and is in the Annonacea family. The Sourceup is adapted to areas of high humidity and relatively warm winters. Temperatures below 5 degrees Celsius, 41 degrees Fahrenheit, will cause damage to leaves and small branches, and temperatures below 3 degrees Celsius, 37 degrees Fahrenheit can be fatal. The fruit becomes dry and is no longer good for concentrate, with an aroma similar to pineapple. The flavor of the fruit has been described as a combination of strawberries and apple, with sour citrus flavor notes, contrasting with an underlying thick creamy texture reminiscent of banana. Sourceup is widely promoted, sometimes as graviola, as an alternative cancer treatment, but there is no reliable medical evidence that it is effective for treating cancer or any disease. Sourceup leaves, skin, flesh, and seeds contain annonacin, a compound under preliminary research for its potential neurotoxicity. Annona muricata is a species of the genus Annona of the custard apple tree family, Annonacea, which has edible fruit. The fruit is usually called Sourceup due to its slightly acidic taste when ripe. Annona muricata is native to the Caribbean and Central America, but is now widely cultivated and in some areas becoming invasive in tropical and subtropical climates throughout the world, such as India. The muricata fruit is generally called guanabana in Hispanic America, and the tree is a guanabano. Annona muricata is also the main host plant for tailed J. graphium agamemnon caterpillars. They eat the leaves voraciously and usually stick under the leaves to pupate. Annona muricata is a small, upright, evergreen tree that can grow to about 10 meters 33 feet tall. Its young branches are hairy. The leaves are oblong to oval, 8 to 16 centimeters, 3.1 to 6.3 in long and 3 to 7 cm, 1.2 to 2.8 in wide. They are a glossy dark green with no hairs above, and paler and minutely hairy to no hairs below. The leaf stalks are 4 to 13 millimeters, 0.16 to 0.51 in long and without hairs. Flower stalks peduncles are 2 to 5 millimeters, 0.079 to 0.197 in long and woody. They appear opposite from the leaves or as an extra from near the leaf stalk, each with 1 or 2 flowers, occasionally a third. Stalks for the individual. Flowers' pedicels are stout and woody, minutely hairy to hairless and 15 to 20 millimeters, 0.59 to 0.79 in, with small bractlets nearer to the base which are densely hairy. The petals are thick and yellowish. Outer petals meet at the edges without overlapping and are broadly ovate, 2.8 to 3.3 centimeters, 1.1 to 1.3 in, by 2.1 to 2.5 centimeters, 0.83 to 0.98 in, tapering to a point with a heart-shaped base. They are evenly thick and are covered with long, slender, soft hairs externally and matted finely with soft hairs within. Inner petals are oval-shaped and overlap. They measure roughly 2.5 to 2.8 centimeters, 0.98 to 1.10 in, by 2 centimeters, 0.79 in, and are sharply angled and tapering at the base. Margins are comparatively thin, with fine matted soft hairs on both sides. The receptacle is conical and hairy. The stamens are 4.5 millimeters, 0.18 in, long and narrowly wedge-shaped. The connective tip terminate abruptly and anther hollows are unequal. Sepals are quite thick and do not overlap. Carpels are linear and basally growing from one base. The ovaries are covered with dense reddish-brown hairs. One ovuled, style short and stigma truncate. Its pollen is shed as permanent tetrads. The fruit is oval, dark green when immature, with a leathery, inedible skin that turns yellow-green during maturity. They grow to 10 to 35 centimeters, 3.9 to 13.8 in long, with a moderately firm texture, and typically weigh around 4 kilograms 8.8 pounds, up to a maximum of 10 kilograms 22 pounds. Their flesh is juicy, acidic, whitish, and aromatic somewhat like pineapple. Although with a unique earthy aroma, most of the immature segments are seedless, whereas mature fruit may contain as many as 200 seeds. Annona muricata is tolerant of poor soil and prefers lowland areas between the altitudes of 0 to 1,200 meters 3,900 feet. The exact origin is unknown. It is native to the tropical regions of the Americas and is widely propagated. It is an introduced species on all temperate continents, especially in subtropical regions. The plant is grown for its 10 to 35 centimeters, 3.9 to 13.8 in long, prickly green fruit, which can weigh up to 10 kilograms 22 pounds, making it the largest annona fruit, though not as large as the related jungle sop Anonidium mani. Away from its native area, some limited production occurs as far north as southern Florida within USDA Zone 10. However, these are mostly garden plantings for local consumption. It is also grown in parts of China and Southeast Asia and is abundant on the island of Mauritius. The main suppliers of the fruit are Mexico, followed by Peru, Brazil, Ecuador, Guatemala, and Haiti. Too. Aid source of breeders and stimulate further development of genomic resources for this globally important plant family. The complete genome for Annona muricata was sequenced in 2021. The flesh of the fruit consists of an edible, white pulp, some fiber, and a core of indigestible black seeds. The pulp is also used to make fruit nectar, smoothies, fruit juice drinks, as well as candies, sorbets, and ice cream flavorings. Due to the fruit's widespread cultivation, its derivative products are consumed in many countries, such as Jamaica, Mexico, Brazil, Venezuela, Colombia, and Fiji. Soursop is also a common ingredient for making fresh fruit juices that are sold by street food vendors. In Indonesia, the fruit is commonly called sursik and sometimes made into dodol sursik, a sweet which is made by boiling the soursop pulp in water and adding sugar until the mixture caramelizes and hardens. In the Philippines, it is called Guyabano, derived from the Spanish guanabana, and is eaten ripe or used to make juices, smoothies, or ice cream. Sometimes the leaf is used in tenderizing meat. In Vietnam, this fruit is called Mang Csu Xin Siamese soursop in the south, or Mang Csu soursop in the north, and is used to make smoothies or eaten as is. In Cambodia, this fruit is called Tir Bareng, literally Western custard apple fruit. In Malaysia, it is known in Malay as durian, Belanda Dutch durian, and in East Malaysia, specifically among the Dusun people of Sabah, it is locally known as lampan. It is eaten raw when it ripens, or used as one of the ingredients in Ais Kakang or Ais Beta Camper. Raw soursop is 81% water, 17% carbohydrates, 1% protein, and has negligible fat. See table. In a reference amount of 100 grams, 3.5 ounces. The raw fruit supplies 276 kilojoules, 66 kilocalories of food energy, and contains only vitamin C as a significant amount, 23% of the daily value, with no other micronutrients in appreciable amounts. The compound annonacin is contained in the fruit, seeds, and leaves of soursop. The leaves of Annona muricata contain anonamine, which is an aporphine class alkaloid containing a quaternary ammonium group. The plant also contains lexanthone, a compound in the xanthone class. The Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center cautions alkaloids extracted from Graviola may cause neuronal dysfunction. Annonacin has been shown in laboratory research to be neurotoxic. In 2010, the French Food Safety Agency Agence Francaise de Sécurité Sanitaire des Produits de Santé concluded that it is not possible to confirm that the observed cases of atypical Parkinson's syndrome are linked to the consumption of Annona muricata. In 2008, the Federal Trade Commission in the United States stated that use of Sorsip to treat cancer was bogus, and there was no credible scientific evidence that the extract of Sorsip sold by biotechnologies can prevent, cure, or treat cancer of any kind. Also in 2008, a UK court case relating to the sale of triamazine, a Sorsip product, resulted in the criminal conviction of a man, under the terms of the UK Cancer Act, for offering to treat people for cancer. A spokesman for the council that instigated the action stated, "It is as important now as it ever was that people are protected from those peddling unproven products with spurious claims as to their effects." The Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center and Cancer Research UK state that cancer treatment using Sorsip is not supported by reliable clinical evidence, according to Cancer Research UK. Many sites on the internet advertise and promote graviola capsules as a cancer cure, but none of them are supported by any reputable scientific cancer organizations, and there is no evidence to show that graviola works as a cure for cancer. Thank you for watching.